Hey guys and girls, welcome back to Etrian Odyssey Untold 2. Where we left off, we had just slain the beast, well, I guess I'd say beast, but the former sister of, Esbot member, and we took her down. We got new powers. We're in the ruins of Ginnungagap, and we're going to possibly finish the ritual. After proceeding deeper into the earth, you arrive at the hall where you perform the ritual. Sir Luke has gained new power since we were here last, which should mean... You step forward as Ariana speaks. So you've acquired another power. Are you the Black Guardian? Ginnungagap links the world of the living with the world thereafter. You need the power to unseal that boundary, which it seems you now have. Thus, you must partake in the final part of the ritual here. It will test your stamina and will. Until you have traversed Ginnungagap's halls, you cannot return to the surface. You mean we can't go back to town at all until it's done? Indeed. Until you reach the door of boundaries in the depths of the next floor, I forbid you to return to the surface. That's inconvenient. You may return now before the ordeal begins if you must. Though if you are prepared, we may begin. My mind's made up. You nod decisively, telling the Black Guardian that your mind is resolved. All at once, a white light fills the room, enveloping your entire guild. We teleported? When your vision clears, you realize that your surroundings are alien to you.
Wait.
I think it's in Ginnungagap. Chloe's tone is unsure, but the answer is provided by a familiar voice. That is correct. This is deep within Ginnungagap, at the border of the world of the living. It is here, in this place, that you must find the Door of Boundaries. Door of Boundaries, you say? It is both a path between the world of the living and the dead, and a seal. It is well protected and hard to find. Reach it on your own merits, and the ritual will truly end. The voice fades, and your party is once more alone in this alien place. I don't see anything like stairs around here. Was the Black Guardian serious about not letting us leave? Does the Ariadine thread work?
You got that.
She seemed pretty clear that leaving would be forbidden, so I'd assume not. It's a she? Okay, so I've been giving it the wrong voice.
Oh
I feel some trepidation about this. You try to think of something to say in response to Ariana's worries. It's for the sake of the
no!
ritual.
I'll try harder to match.
I'll do my best to cast my fears aside. Listening to you two helps me stay relaxed. However, after this, the Protector quickly turns anxious for once and looks around anxiously. Though he puts up a cheerful front, there seems to be tension underlying it, since this is the final ordeal. In any case, you decide to heed the Black Guardian's warning and press on. Oh. Chest. Or, well, floaty boxes. A return flute. Another return flute. And let me guess. A third return flute. Might as well mark these just for the sake of it, because, hey, it happens. Alright. Let's continue. So, I'm just going through this blindly, hoping to find the way out. Like usual, I'm not completing maps on screen. I mean, unless you really maybe want to see that, but I don't know if I'm going to do it, honestly. Oh. I seen something following us. I didn't know it was that. Death wall. So yeah, I'm not completing maps on screen. It's very scary looking, for that much. Okay, so we can't hit it when it's reflect guard. Yeah, I'm still hitting it. Ow, stop it. Please stop.
You're gonna regret
I let the auto go, right?
This is tough.
Oh my jeez. Oh, that didn't go as planned.
You'll be okay.
Fingers crossed. I'm sorry.
You'll be okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you're up. Nectar. Give a war heal to you. Throw a nectar to you.
Sorry for the wait.
You're all set now. Let me heal you.
Oh,
Sorry for the wait.
that's fine. Defend. Throw a war heal to you. Let's switch positions. Me up front. Ariana up front and Bertrand up front. Bam. Throw Medica to Bertrand. Throw a Medica to Flavio. Throw Medica to Chloe. And throw Medica to Ariana. And no, not escape. No, I didn't mean to hit that. Defend.
You're all set now.
May this heal you.
There you go.
All right. Go all out.
I have one.
So yeah, I'm not gonna show full maps. I don't do full maps unless I really need to.
Fingers crossed.
And if I do them, I do them off screen. No. But yeah. I'm trying to do some longer parts. It's just a lot of stuff is making it unable to.
Sorry for the
This
wait.
part though will be the start of the longer parts for sure. We'll show a lot of exploration as much as I can.
Stand back up.
Attack it. What's his HP at? I'm curious.
Oh, idiot.
Okay. Get him. Get him. Get him. I hope you guys are doing good, as always. Yeah, I'm excited to play more Etrian. I've been aching to go more exploring in the dungeon. How much experience we get from that? 15,500. Cool. Cool.
Let's write this down.
Death wall. Rigid fragment.
Okay.
Chloe, throw us some heals.
That was most helpful.
That was a bit of a pain to deal with. We got a door. And another door. Oh. Gotta make sure we mark the doors out. I hate and love this type of thing with this game. There's another death wall there. You know what? Screw it. Let's battle it. It's a death wall, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright. So let's continue this. We got a chest here. Hamal. Totally wasn't worth it, but okay. What? Oh, okay. Never mind. I was a little confused there for a minute.
Now fight.
That's a new one on me.
Lots of experience. Nothing? Another door. Hate when I find dead ends in this place. There's so many dead ends though. That's the fault in the good with dungeon crawlers. You gotta run into walls before you find the pathway that you're going to. And you find rooms that are just square boxes for no reason. Oh, and more dead ends. Oh, hello.
That's not something I want to fight.
Huh. Alright. Let's go.
Not good.
Oh, that wall behind me, isn't it? Yep, I should have known. They move 2 steps too? I didn't know they moved 2 steps. Ow. So they're easily able to back attack. Being watching cannot move. We can't. That's really. So it can prevent us from escaping.
A perfect dodge.
Ow, ow, ow. That's great. I didn't know it had something like that. Defend. Defend. I'll face it. I would rather run. That was my whole thing. But yeah, we'll get rid of it real quick and be back in a second.
Right away.
Alright. That was a bit of a pain, but we got through it.
Thanks.
That was most helpful.
Thanks a bunch.
Alright, so we got a crack in the wall there. This is just a full circle. Oh, actually, there's a door here. Where it leads, I do not know. Probably not the way you have to go, though. Possibly it is. Oh, I had not, though it would be so discerning. I had not thought it would be so discerning, being unable to see the sun. As you continue the ordeal, the woman beside you speaks softly.
There.
That voice did say this was the last test. Just hang in there a little longer. We'll be saying goodbye to this hole in no time. Goodbye.
Huh?
What's wrong?
No.
Nothing. It just occurred to me that I'll be departing from High Lagarde once the ritual's over. It seems a shame since I've become so close to all of you.
You got that right.
What about you, kid? Gonna head back to the Midgard Library? I'd like to go on a journey. Sounds good to me. Are you gonna go find yourself? Living the vagabond life definitely has its charms. Well, wherever you go, you should enjoy life while you can. You can write your own ticket, I guarantee it.
Come on.
What's this all about, old man? You're acting a little creepy. Talking about the promise of the future just gets me thinking, that's all. So tell me, Flavio, what are you planning on doing after...
Yeah, okay.
Oh, but why ask? You'll just be a burr on Lucas's boots.
What's that supposed to mean?
The group chats idly about their plans for the future as you continue exploring. There's no way it's over yet. You know some crazy thing's gonna happen, forcing us to continue. Damn it, why are they all over like this?
It's
Oh, that wall is alive, isn't it? Crap! Ugh! Alright, so I cleared out the invading walls. It kinda hurt us badly though, but it worked out somehow.
me. That was most helpful.
Much appreciated.
After passing through the door, you see a familiar pillar of light.
Hey.
A geomagnetic pole?
I don't know about that.
I don't know, aren't those usually found in the Yggdrasil labyrinth? Well, this one is found in Gnungagap. I dub it the Gnungagap pole.
Hey,
I wasn't trying to spark a debate on what to call it. Anyway, the Black Guardian said we can't go back until we find the door of boundaries, so it's probably no use. We'll know once we touch it.
Very well.
Quite. It's important to be bold and step bravely forward into the unknown. You can try touching this pole to see if it returns you to town, or you can leave it alone and proceed onward.
My.
The Black Guardian spoke true. We will not see High Lagarde again until we have found the door of boundaries.
I can't decide.
It'll work once we find that door.
Let us depart.
Can we at least save it? Yeah, that's what I wanted. Put this here. Looks like a door of boundaries. You step into the room and discover a door within emitting a mysterious glow. Excuse me. The glow is unearthly, divine, yet somehow also cold.
What's this?
Is this the door of boundaries? Daughter of the Mark, and Luke, the knight with the power of Fafnir, you've done well to reach here. This is your destination, the door of boundaries which separates the world of the living and the world beyond. Now Luke, the new Fafnir knight, your passage through this door in the depths of Gunungagap shall end the ritual. What is the world beyond? The world beyond is a place apart from the world of the living. It is a dark place where man should not be. Our ancestors created these lands to seal away the indestructible calamity. The Guardian's shocking revelation leaves you at a loss for words. But there is still more you must know, and so you decide to ask the Guardian another question. What is this dreadful evil? It's as I told you before, I speak of the evil slumbering deep within the earth. It is an immense monstrosity that cannot be defeated by the might of man. Sealing it and safeguarding that seal is the duty of the Fafnir Knight.
That's...
You know, the way you talked about it earlier reminded me of something. I heard it at the library. It was a strange phenomenon that happened in this one town. A library team met with a catastrophic force that should have shattered the city and devoured its people. Oh, is this from the first Untold? Fortunately, they averted the disaster. There was supposedly a tree called Yggdrasil in that town, too. I know not whether this force you speak of and the calamity are one and the same. All I can say is this, there is a power dormant in these lands that can destroy this world entire. If we do not zealously protect the seal, then at the very least the Duchy of Heidegard would be rubble within moments.
No!
The Guardian's shocking revelation leaves you at a loss for words, but there's still more you must know, and so you decide to ask the Guardian. What is the next part of the ritual? Since you have mastered every trial, you will inherit the mantle of the Black Guardian from this point on. That is my final duty. You will serve as Guardian of these lands in my stead for the next 100 years.
I see.
An evil sleeps in these lands, and the Black Guardian exists to keep it at bay. These things I understand. But what reason was there for Sir Luke to undergo such a transformation? And must he go alone to complete the ritual in the depths? Can we not accompany him? Daughter of the Mark, daughter of Chalcedonia, there is a cruel truth I must impart to you. Heed my words. I will tell you first of the past, the beginning of everything. In ancient times, the First Lady of Heidegard discovered the dreadful calamity and thought to slay it. Alas, in the face of its immeasurable power, she was forced to abandon this idea and devise an alternative plan. That plan was to seal the calamity, to protect the world. For this she created a source of power surpassing that of man. That is the power of Fafnir. It is my power as the Black Guardian, and is also what affected Luke. Power surpassing that of man? Indeed. The reason Luke can change form is because he has become something more than human. A Fafnir's duty is to maintain the seal alone in the depths of Gunungagap for the next 100 years. Even the surpassing power of Fafnir cannot last longer than that, alas. Thus the First Lady granted her own daughter the power to select a Fafnir, and founded a duchy to pass it down. All to ensure the ritual is performed each century, to bestow the power of Fafnir onto someone worthy of protecting the seal. Not only did I inflict this change of form on Sir Luke, but I forced upon him the duty of protecting the seal alone in these lands for the next century. Luke, daughter of the Mark, I understand your surprise. Yet this role has been played since ancient times. Many have been selected by a lady to protect the seal as a guardian. You will be another in that line. The voice gives a small sigh before continuing. You will need time to say your farewells to your traveling companions. Say them now, and when your resolve is firm, open the door of boundaries. It opens onto a path on the world beyond, to the Hall of Sealing where man cannot exist. There you will undergo the final inheritance of Fafnir's power and become the Black Guardian. Even after the Guardian's voice fades, no one dares speak a word. Some are merely troubled by this sudden revelation, while others weep in anguish. Damn. So I will fully become like the Black Knight or whatever that the Guardian is. Some are merely troubled. Oh, none of them, however, seem to have an idea of what to say. Yet it is you whom the world's fate has been entrusted to. If your resolve is clear, then stand before the door. You stand before the shining door in the room and recall the Guardian's words. By shedding your humanity to become the Black Guardian, you can maintain the seal and protect the world from the calamity. Whereas if you reject the mantle of the Black Guardian, the sealed calamity will bring great catastrophe to these lands. Don't do it. Yet if you elect not to become the Guardian, it will surely mean the end of the world. The companions at your side and the citizens of the town that has supported you all will be no more, knowing that you cannot consciously choose this path. Damn it, fine. If you do not become the Guardian, this world will be in jeopardy. Unable to abandon the companions you've come to know, you reach the only answer that you can. You have chosen your own fate. You turn around and speak of your resolve to your guildmates.
What? Really?
You're joking, right? Why do you have to sacrifice yourself for this?
This is a setback.
It is my country's ritual. It was I who chose you. It flies in the face of reason for you to sacrifice yourself, Sir Luke. The two plead tearfully to try and dissuade you, but your resolve is firm. You speak up to try and convince the pair that it must be done. You'll come visit me, I hope.
I won't forgive you.
You moron! Don't even joke about that! You're coming back with me to the Midgard Library! Listen to Sir Flavio. There's no need for you to sacrifice yourself. Seeing that the two persist with their protests, despite your reassurance, the young girl quietly speaks. I don't like it either, but if Luke has decided...
Huh?
Dame Chloe! Luke knows what he's doing. It's his fate to choose. Chloe then bites her lip and falls silent.
That's...
Maybe so, but...
Okay.
Let's
get
go.
going.
Let's go to the door.
You little...
Come on.
Luke's made up his mind. This isn't something outsiders get to decide. Outsiders? Ariana, who had been mulling something over, suddenly rushes to the door. Her countenance is uncharacteristically solemn, with a sternness to it that makes you hesitate to approach.
Please listen.
On the subject of outsiders, everyone here is an outsider besides myself.
What?
Ariana!
Everyone,
Sir Luke, Sir Flavio, Sir Bertrand, Dame Chloe.
carry out
All of
my
you were
duty
merely accompanying me on my ritual. It is I, the daughter of the Mark, who ought to carry it out.
as the daughter of the Mark and a scion of Caledonia. I offer my life. Ariana!
No! Lady of the Mark, stop this. The world beyond is dangerous for humans. Simply touching the door is enough to wound. Walking through it will drain your life away. Only one whom the ritual has changed into something inhuman can open the door to the world beyond. I won't accept that. I did not choose Sir Luke for this fate. Ariana.
You're so stupid.
Everyone here understands that. Bertrand helps the sobbing woman back, helps the sobbing woman back to her feet, and then puts her arms on yours. Sir Luke, Thank you. How can you be so kind? The woman begins to sob as she clings to you. I don't want this to happen. Flavio and Chloe also gaze intently at you, as if rejecting your farewell. Of them all, only Bertrand stands beside you with that same easygoing smile.
Fine.
You guys, you're so hopeless. Didn't you hear what this old man said? It's not something outsiders get a say in. So wait, is it a woman or... See, they're misspelling stuff and I'm confused. We aren't.
Nope.
Nope.
We're outsiders.
Oh.
All but me, that is.
Bertrand flashes a meaningful smile before pushing you away and reaching for the door.
Tran!
You all watch, expecting Bertrand to be injured just as Ariana was, but the blue light does not reject the protector's touch and continues to illuminate the room. Don't let Chloe any closer, Flavio. I don't want her to get hurt. He's the past Fafnir, isn't he? What's going on here? Yeah, I knew it. It's not that complicated. I, Bertrand de Gervais, am a chosen one too. Except I'm from the last ritual.
Old man?
Your hand, it's just like Luke's.
Sure.
Well, there you have it. This old man's a knight from the last century who's outlived his usefulness without ever carrying over the ritual. It was me who caused the anomaly last time. So doesn't it make sense that I take responsibility now?
Sorry.
I know you'd made up your mind, Luke, but let me take this one. Don't do it!
There we go.
You're such a nice guy. Which I think is why I made it this far. Why I'm okay choosing this. To be honest, I was never cut out for this. I thought it'd be way easier to ditch responsibility and run from it all. But once I spent some time with you guys, I realized that wasn't right. I want to face up to my mistakes. That's why I'm choosing this. Bertrand takes a quiet but definite step toward the door of boundaries.
Tran!
I don't want this. I want to be with you.
Chloe.
Try to understand, okay?
Tran!
Tran, no! You two get it, right? This is my duty.
Sorry. That's a request I can't take.
The old man has to set things right himself. The protector gives you a troubled smile. You're at a loss for what to say to Bertrand and simply stare at him. This is my duty!
Sorry. That's a request I can't take.
Okay, fine. Seeing the look on the protector's face, it is clear to you that he has already made up his mind. But is this truly how it must be? This ritual that has gone on for hundreds of years, the power that surpasses humankind, it all feels terribly wrong to you. Isn't there another way? What?
Please.
I think he may be right. Sir Bertrand, you put me in mind of Sir Hrothgar and the duo from Espot we have met. They too were trapped by their past, unable to move on.
I see.
Trapped by their past. Bertrand's face grows pained to hear the woman's words, but he shakes his head in response to her. That's easy for you to say, but what am I supposed to do? The job is to live alone down here to protect these lands. Hell, the entire world for 100 years. Even with that much at stake, 100 years is way too long. Bertrand mutters while glancing toward you, and you can see a deep sadness in his eyes. This isn't just making up for my past. It's a duty I have to carry out.
Besides, if I don't do it, it'll end up being you who has to clean up the mess.
Sir Bertrand!
Damn it!
Old man! No one has to be sacrificed. You once said to Sir Hrothgar, don't dwell over past sins. Keep your mind on the needs of those still alive. You once said that to the Espot Guild. Dying is no way to atone for your past. Now the protector before you seeks to sacrifice himself to his past, leaving a young girl close to him behind. In your view, this would be a serious mistake.
Huh?
Sir Luke?
Hey! As the others stare at you dumbfounded, you quickly stride to the door of boundaries and reach toward it.
No!
Wait, Luke!
No!
I don't want Tran to go, but I don't want Luke gone either.
You pause, hearing the loving voices that call out to you, and then you pass through the door of boundaries as the Fafnir Knight, leaving your humanity behind.
Useless.
What? That moron! Why? Why you two? Why is everyone around me too stupid to listen to me?
What?
No, wait. No, Luke. Talk to me. Where are you hiding? Come back out.
No!
Sir Luke, Sir Luke.
The voices calling for you in the distance echo forever and ever. You did well to come here. You will become the next guardian, protector of that world.
Flavio, are you okay?
Damn it!
Of course I'm not okay.
Luke's gone. He's gone somewhere we'll never be able to reach. We will never talk to him again. Why are you all so calm? Luke's never coming back. Sir Flavio. I understand how you feel, but we must have faith in Sir Luke. I'm sure that Sir Luke will not simply give up his life. He must be searching for another way. So,
Sorry.
I lost control of myself. I'm sorry, Chloe and Ariana. I was taking my anger out on you.
Sorry.
it's okay. You were good friends with Luke since you were little. I understand how you feel.
Let's all just calm down and take a breather. We need some rest or we're going to collapse.
Let's head to the inn.
Welcome back. Pardon, but... Oh, yeah.
It's okay, you don't have to say a thing. I have your rooms already.
Thanks.
Well then,
Let's head to our rooms and have a good night's rest then.
Sure.
Yeah, might be pointless to try. But we can decide on things after we get some rest. I'm back here. You did well to come here. It is here that you will become the next Black Guardian, as I did. Come, and I will explain to you about the calamity you must seal. That's him. Beyond here is where the calamity is sealed. It is the place deep within Ganungagap that we must protect.
I wonder if it's gonna look the same, or like similar.
The calamity dwells beyond this door. It drains life energy to claim it as its own. When it has consumed all the energy around it, it goes in search for more sustenance. To prevent that, we must devote our lives to keeping it chained here. Our lives? Those of us who can become the Fafnir Knight possess life energy surpassing that of ordinary man. Ganungagap drains the life energy of the Fafnir within it, supplying it to the calamity that dwells in this room. In other words, it is by feeding on us that the calamity is kept in check. What about the seal? It is sealed by giving it our life. That is what keeps it here. It is the only way to contain such a powerful monstrosity. That lasts for a century? No matter how much energy we possess, it fades after 100 years. That is the extent of our lifespan. Can't the calamity be defeated? Defeat it? Its size is monstrous, and its rage terrible. It fights with the strength of a demon, and has nearly infinite regenerative capabilities. It would be futile for a human, even with the power of Fafnir, to challenge it. If one could, then the ancient. But the Black Guardian trails off. They're shaking their heads. It is useless to voice one's dream without reality to support them. But enough of this.
I will now begin the transfer of power from myself to you. This process will make you a guardian when it is complete. I will be no more, leaving you as guardian of these lands. Isn't there any other way? With that there war, I will release my power to you now. After that power is condensed by Ginnungagap, you will inherit it. The process will take a full day. At this time tomorrow, you will be the new Black Guardian. This will be your last day with the human mind and body. Rest in peace, Luke.
Hey, it's dawn.
Good morning.
Sure.
Morning, kid.
Morning, Ariana.
Are you okay?
Morning, Ariana. Did you manage to get some sleep? Yeah, thought not. It's hard to just forget it all and relax knowing that Luke's gone. What are we supposed to do now?
May I?
Regarding that, I've given some consideration to my next course of action.
What are you planning on doing?
Here.
I will go to where Luke is. But Luke's all the way underground.
Yes.
I know, he has taken on the duty of protecting the seal of Ginnungagap, but I have realized that I can also aid him in protecting the
As a
seal.
scion of Caledonia.
I cannot abandon Luke to carry this burden.
Got a sec?
Kid, the Black Guardian already told us that their world is too rough for humans.
Perhaps it is dangerous, but I cannot bear that we will never see him again. Even if certain peril awaits me, I wish to remain in that place by his side, together.
Ariana,
You're right.
I feel the same. I want to see him again, at least one more time. I want to see if there's anything that I can do to help him. Flavia.
Okay.
Then I'll go too. A lot of things happened yesterday. It was shocking, but we're here today thanks to Luke. I have the bestest friends. It made me happy. That's why I want to help him.
Chloe,
You got that right.
I guess I feel the same way. I can probably find some way to make myself useful. It's not like I don't have a plan after all.
Sir Bertrand?
Nothing, old man muttering to himself. Don't pay it any
Come on,
attention.
let's go.
Alright then, the one who rejected my resolve 100 years ago. It's high time I paid them a visit.
I wonder if they're gonna come and see me or something. Oh, when you awaken in Ginnungagap, you feel a heaviness in the air that was not so noticeable yesterday. Has the transference of power that the Black Guardian spoke of begun? Having noticed your awakening, the Black Guardian appears in your sight.
The transference is going as planned. If it is uninterrupted for the next few hours, all will be ready. What was that? An earthquake. No, this is... The Guardian tenses and looks up at the ceiling. Intruders! This world beyond is cut off from the world of the living, yet someone has entered without permission. Who could it be? I do not know, though perhaps. The Black Guardian seems to stare at you intently. Whoever they are, it will be revealed if we check the upper floors. What will happen? If they are ordinary humans, they will perish while wandering within the world beyond. Yet I fear this bodes ill. The air is growing stagnant, and the walls of Ginnungagap are creaking strangely. I can only hope that this does not affect the transference. I cannot move from here. The transference depends on it. But my voice will reach you anywhere in Ginnungagap, and thus it falls to you to investigate these intruders. When you recover your senses, you notice that the Black Guardian has sent you to a different area within Ginnungagap. Listen to me. You must investigate the aberration in these lands and deal with it promptly. If you do not, the transference of power will be interrupted. It is too delicate and important a task for that. You nod at the Guardian's echoing words, but just as you are about to begin, you hear a familiar voice.
Sir Luke, thank the heavens.
Yeah, it was only a day ago, but it feels like it's been forever.
I'm happy.
I'm glad you're okay, but
The black-robed girl's expression darkens, and it is then you notice her constant companion Bertrand is absent. Where's Bertrand?
that's...
You have a sec?
We came back to Gnungagat because we wanted to see you one more time. But when the old man opened that door of boundaries, there was this intense rumbling, and the next thing we knew, the old man was gone. Why are you here?
My utmost apologies.
We wish to see you once more. If it is your fate to protect the seal here alone, I'd hope to at least accompany you along the way. Such was our intent in coming here, but a curious thing happened as we passed through. The woman's face grows somber as she glances at the empty space next to Chloe. As the others express their bewilderment at Bertrand's disappearance, the Guardian's voice echoes in your mind. I see. This is unexpected for another with the mark to come here during the transference of power. I understand the situation. I had intended to take you into the Hall of Succession at the last moment of the transference. But now that another with the mark has approached the Hall of Succession, the system believes him to be the successor.
Huh?
You mean Tran?
Yes, Gnungagat detected his mark, mistook him for the successor, and began its process. There have never been two with the mark before. This is unfortunate. I could not have foreseen it.
What?
What are we to do?
The other with the mark must be removed from these lands at once. Though even if you enter the Hall of Succession now, the power flows into him as we speak. It will be difficult to move him at this stage. Thus, there is only one way. Stop the flow of power to temporarily halt the transference. He must be removed from the hall during that time. The power flows in from 4 locations. You must go there without delay. And so the voice fades.
So Luca, what's the plan here? We have to protect Gnungagat. You tell the others that the problem is another Fafnir coming here while the Black Guardian's power was being transferred.
Yikes.
So that's what happened. Sorry about this. It was just we couldn't stand the idea of shouldering all the responsibility. We listened to Flavio's tale of how they could not help but come to you. Don't worry about it.
Thanks.
You smile at your friends and tell them that you need to search for the missing Bertrand. The 3 of them nod eagerly and begin exploring Gnungagat with you. Next time, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share with a friend. We gotta go find Bertrand. He's making things difficult for me, losing my humanity. See you guys later. Bye-bye. 答え見えない未来に戸惑って君と僕が出会った